Hey guys. So we are moving into 5.3, complex plane. So graphing complex numbers. So every complex number can be graphed as a point in the complex plane. As is it expressed in the form a plus, or it could be, minus bi. It's just that that's a negative b value, where a and b are real numbers. A describes the real part. That's what we saw in 5.2. Right? So we identified our real portion is A of the number, and B describes the imaginary portion, right? So our A and our B. By using the x-axis as the real number line and the y-axis as the imaginary number line. So it's a lot like what we've done before. It's just we're going to see numbers in a different way. So you can plot the values as you would A and X and Y. Like always, positive values will be graphed right and up, negative values will be graphed left and down. So a real number like 7, -8, or 0. So I'll graph those three in purple. So those are just on the number line, so on the real axis, because the imaginary part is 0, right? So you could say 7 plus 0i. It is still a complex number. So we'd only see on the real number line, we'd see the point. So there's 5, 6, 7 is our first point, and then -8, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 0. While if we have purely imaginary numbers, these would be 6i or -9i. They'll be graphed on the imaginary axis because their real part is 0. Right? So they would be, if I was to rewrite this, it'd say 0 plus 6i, or 0 plus 9i. So our x value is 0, so we're only on the y-axis, which is our imaginary number axis. So we'd say 6. This is imaginary, so these are all, say, 5i. So then 5, 6i would be right there. While -9i would be down in the negative. Right? So it's where it is very similar to x and y. It's just the parts of the complex number have their location. Okay, but when we graph the complex number 3, -4i, we're gonna have that's our 3 is our real number part. So we go 3 on the real axis. So I'm gonna mark it. That's not where I'm plotting a point. I'm just marking it. That's where I'm going on the real axis. And then we're gonna go -4, so down 4 on the imaginary axis, making our point 3, -4i. Okay, so that would be very similar as if we were just looking at a normal coordinate plane with x and y. That would be a 3, -4. But now we're looking at a complex number plane where we've got our real numbers and our imaginary numbers. Okay, so then on your own, try out examples 1, 2, and 3. Give a pause, well, by pausing, plot them, and then we'll double check answers. Okay, so you have paused. So we'll double check, is your thinking on the right track? Okay, so if we're plotting 9, 5 plus 5i, so then first we're going to look for 9 on the real number plane. So it's not my point, but I'm just identifying that's where the 9 is on the real number line. And then 5i, so we go 9 and then go up to 5i. So we have our point 9, 5i. Okay, same idea. Double check your number 2. Did you go -5 on the real number line? So -5 on the x-axis. And then did you go up? So plus 8i, so it's to go up 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, to get to our point, negative, or the complex point, -5, 8i. And the last one was -2. So did you go -2 on the number line? Oops, not the point. Just marking -2 and then down 7. It's 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's because we've already been graphing points x, y for 3 or 4 years now. It is a lot like that, except for it's the parts of the number line, which is the same as I mentioned earlier, section 5.2. So that was last Friday's materials, depends on when you did it, but it's just knowing the parts of the number. So you've got your real part, that's how far you go on the x-axis, and then you have your imaginary part, that's how far you go on the y-axis. Okay, really quick. Hope you're having a great day.